Before we start, I just want to say that I haven't tried this out for a long time, and this is actually the first time I do this. I can't say that it's risk-free for your system. If you want to do this, you do it on your own risk. Don't blame me if you mess up your system. Anyway, enjoy the video. Alright, this will be a quick little tutorial on how to audio mod your Retro-Duo. This is a friend's unit and I'm gonna help him out with it. I'm following Satoshimatrix tutorial and you can find a link in the description. So we will need a 2.2 kilo ohm resistor and also a 0.1 microfarad ceramic capacitor. It says 104 on it, so it's pretty easy to find out which one it is. And you can't put these in the wrong direction, it's impossible. I have mine organized in these boxes, it makes it really easy to find them when you need them. The color combination for the 2.2 kilo ohm resistor is red, red, red. So that's actually all we need. This is a really cheap mod. There are 4 screws at the bottom of the Retro-Duo. There is one in each corner of the unit. I didn't think it was a good idea to leave the LED indicator attached, so I unscrewed that as well. The SNES board is attached with 3 screws and the NES board is attached with 2 screws. I just removed all of them to make it a little bit easier. I carefully reviewed the pictures from the tutorial. It was actually quite hard to see how the components were soldered. The component that I soldered the resistor to has 3 pins. I soldered the resistor to the top pin and the bottom left pin. I will show you a much clearer view of this in a minute. I used some flux on the components before soldering. If you leave a solder on the soldering iron, it will actually burn the flux within the solder and you won't get a fine solder joint. But that is not a problem if you add flux to the component before soldering. It makes it a little bit easier to solder in these type of situations where you got a really small component to solder onto. So here you can see the resistor and how I soldered it. I soldered it to the bottom left pin and the top pin of the component. And I'm not really sure what that is. I'm also going to bend it a little bit away from the board so that it doesn't short out. The pictures of the ceramic capacitor were a little bit tough. It was a little bit hard to see if they had actually shorted out this area here with the sound area next to it, but after reviewing the pictures it looked like they were not actually connected, and this is how I soldered the ceramic capacitor. So after I soldered I usually clean the board with some isopropanol and a toothbrush to remove any remaining flux. There are plenty of space underneath the board, so make sure that the components doesn't sit flat to the board, just to be sure that nothing shorts out. Alright, so all that's left now is to make sure that there is no remaining isopropanol that can short out the system, and we just have to put it back together and try it out. So this is how it ended up. I have now tried it out and it sounds great. The full credit goes to Satoshimatrix, of course. Now we are going to have a look at some NES games, actually only 2. I did record a bunch before, however the quality was so bad that it's just a pain for the ears. It wasn't all games, of course, some games sounds just the same and sounded fine before, but games like Castlevania, which unfortunately I don't have, so I couldn't record that, but I have heard of it sounds and it sounds horrible on the Retro-Duo. Batman, however, I do have, and that sounds like crap, so you will hear that, and you will also hear a little bit of Guardian Legend, a mix between a stereo mod and NES, this Retro-Duo and after the mod. Thank you for watching and see you next time. So apparently my super cool TIE fighter is not super cool unless it has a couple of red LEDs here and here. And I just can't live with that. So today we are going to change this into this. We will use these 2.1 volt 20 milliamps red LEDs. We also need a 27 ohm carbon film resistor. You can find the color codes by googling resistor color codes. We will use a 4-color resistor, which is red, purple, black and gold.